Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm here today to work on some things for my my Shabby journal, or whatever you want to call it. So I have my 3 signatures, and I have put some lace on, and let's see, a lot of this you've seen, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what was I thinking of doing? Oh, I put the I was talking about using it as a belly band, but it's pretty wide, so I went ahead and just did it almost to the edge of the page. I didn't go all the way to the edge because you know, when you sew it in, it might make it close weird. So I did come away a little bit, and then I put my envelope in there, so that's all tucked away in there, and it's on a piece of old music page, so I've put washi here just to make sure that that page doesn't crack and you know, break away or whatever. So I've gotten some stuff done on it, and you guys will get to see that when I do the flip through. But today I thought we could play with an envelope, and Joff at Medieval Mirage has a bouquet of elegant eras out, and I think that's her newest one. And in it are these envelope things, you know, where the acetate part of the envelope is, the opening. This is genius because even though my envelopes are not this exact size, I can still use it in collage, but that part is done already, so I don't have to try to cover it. This would work great if you printed out like 2 pages of it, and you could do one of those opening envelopes, you know, where like you could put this on one side and open it and have the same thing on the other side, but they would line, you could get them to line upright, and then you know, have one of those flip ones, because I try those and then I can never get it lined up, and then you can see like papers sticking out here that are on the other side. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll kind of show you on my envelope, but I have this envelope, and it's just a junk mail envelope, but like if I left it open so you could open it like a book or whatever, then I would have to cover that inside portion as well as the outside portion, and then when I take pieces and tear them and like put them along the edge like this or whatever, you can see that on the other side of the page, and it's hard, of course, to then line up scraps and things for the other side that, you know, cover it right. So if you have 2 of these, you could do this kind of thing, and I know it's covering part of my window down here, but I'm not worried about it because I'll still be able to see through this part right here. So that is very fun. And then I'm going to do some other collaging on this envelope as well, so I'm not that worried about. This is the golden part right here, this opening, because I'm no good at trying to cut those myself, and yeah, that's a big no. So I'm actually going to go ahead and tear this other side too, because I just want the torn edge. I mean, if you've got the perfect size envelope, you know, then you can just put the whole thing right down on it and not even worry about it, but I just didn't have that size envelope. So, and this one was a little skinnier, and so I just am winging it, basically, is what it comes down to. This way. So as you can see, that doesn't fit perfectly, but like I said, we're gonna make it work. So what I might want to do first is cover the inside, just so that's done, so I don't have to mess with it. Stick in some, maybe some music paper. Will that go? Yeah, you'll be able to see that all the way. And again, this one's the same from Dreaming Heart Company. Her vintage music, or sheet music, what she calls it. And I know a lot of you have gone over and picked some of that up. It's really nice to have because it looks all old already, and you don't have to worry about, do I really want to do away with this particular sheet music page? I struggle with that, just like books. You know, it's hard sometimes to cut them up, even if they're falling apart. I don't know. Some things are harder to use than others, or if you just don't have any. That's another problem I have, is that sometimes I can't find it anywhere, and so that makes it no good. But I'm just looking for my glue book. Set it over there so I could clean off my mat, and forgot to bring it back. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. We had a very nice weekend. My husband and I went up to Cascade. That's I don't know, about an hour and a half or so from where we're at in Idaho, and rode our side by side, and it was beautiful up there. The only problem was the smoke from the California fires, and I obviously feel way worse for them than us, because that's horrible what they're having to deal with, I'm sure. But I'm actually going to turn it this way and try to get it to lay on the side that's not glued, just to get it down in there. But yeah, did I not even remotely get it the right size? I did not. What am I doing? I definitely feel bad for the people in California, because that every year, it's just horrible what they go through with those fires. But yeah, we've got lots of smoke. But we rode all the way up to the top of this one range, mountain range type thing, and you could look out, and the lookout area was beautiful, so pretty up there. But you couldn't really see the lake, and I posted pictures on Instagram. What am I doing? That some of you may have seen, but see, I start talking and then I start messing things up. But if you didn't, they're there on my Instagram. But yeah, it was a nice ride, and it was far less smoky up there than it is where we live. So that was nice to also kind of get away from it a little bit. But it's beautiful up there. It's always beautiful up in the mountains with all the pine trees and all that good stuff. We went with some friends. That was fun. Okay. Yeah, that will work. Ink it up a little bit. So I've basically, as you can probably tell, I just sealed my envelope and then cut either end off of it so that I could, you know, make the size pocket that I wanted. And I'm just going to turn it into a pocket. So you can use any size envelope. Don't worry about what size mine is. You can see it's just a standard kind of business envelope. But you can use any size you have if you have littler ones or whatever, because you can make it work. So yeah, it was kind of cool. We went to this one lookout spot where you could see really far, and there were 2 crosses up there, like almost looked like somebody buried pets, or I don't know if it was just like a remembrance, like of somebody who maybe passed somewhere around there. We were right at the top of a ski area, and we knew somebody who died in an avalanche in a ski area, so I'm sure, I'm not saying it happens all the time, but I'm saying, you know, it happens. So it could have been something like that, or I don't know what the story was, but it was just kind of neat. So pretty up there, and you could see so far. It's a great remembrance. So yeah, it was a good time. I better put the other papers down first, I guess, before I put this one down. I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah, that side by side is just great, because we went almost 60 miles again on it, and such a better ride than that first ride I had on our quad. Much better. I think I'm going to put some of these roses just down the side here. Oh, I think my daughter's home. Hold on. Okay, hi, I'm back. She had her first day of school today, and they ended up canceling her band class because she's supposed to still be at school, but they canceled her band class because our air quality is not good, which it's not. And then they don't, I guess, have any place to practice, because they can't practice on their indoor field. because of COVID, and they can't, see, that tore off, that bottom part. Practice, I'll just use it for something else. On the field for what reason I don't know, because football, I guess, is all I can say about that. They won't ever let band kids step on the field unless they're performing for some unknown reason to the rest of us in the world. But anyway, I know it's because they say they don't want them tearing up the turf or whatever, but they're just standing there. They're not even marching this year, so them standing there can't be that bad for the turf. But that's the usual excuse, is that they're going to tear up the turf. But anyway, I'll just not talk about that. So she got out early. She had a few dilemmas today at, you know, just getting used to stuff, and she didn't have her, she forgot her earbuds. one of the class was a Zoom call, and so everybody else had their earbuds, and she had to listen to it just really low on her speakers. Just the silly stuff that, like, you forget, you know, because you think you got everything and you have to take a million things. So anyways, but nothing major. We took her bike down the other day and got that all, they have a, I think I mentioned it already, a bike barn where you can park your bike so that you can ride it to class. See, I left that little bit of edge, but it's fine. We're just going to call it fine. What do I want to put over here? Music, maybe? Let's see. I really like this music paper. I use it all the time, I know, but it just goes great with everything. Everything. I want to do the whole way. I don't really have enough for the whole way. But yeah, so she's home earlier than she was supposed to be, and then she's got to go to work in a while. So we're off and running. My son starts Wednesday, but he's only going 2 days a week, but he has to check in every day. That will be odd having, you know, they'll be around more than they were in high school for sure. Well, my son's still in high school, but I mean, like last year and the year before. I guess that's going to get covered because I don't want to cover the roses. I don't like how these don't have anything on them. Well, we can put something there. Okay, just get it glued down, Amy. Am I making you guys crazy? Kind of all over the place today. Can you tell? Just had lots to do today already. Went and got my son's haircut. And mailed the package. So yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem like a lot, but for some reason everything takes forever. It used to not, but so many people have moved to Idaho that I'm just like, this is insane. Our roads are not, like, we are just not set up for the amount of people that have moved here in the last year. It's nutty. So it makes it no fun to go anywhere because it takes twice as long as it used to. Put some lace. Some lace will work. Yeah, I probably want to just do a whole section right there. So if you're thinking of moving to Idaho, you might want to change your mind. at least until they get some of it figured out, because ugh, it's a nightmare. They've got the freeways all torn apart because they're trying to expand them, but you know, it's not done, so. And then there's a main road that goes down from our house. I mean, not directly from our house, but to get on the freeway, and they've talked about widening it ever since we moved here, but it has never happened, and so it is so congested. You're supposed to be able to go like 50 down it is the speed limit, but generally 35 is about what we get to go, because there's just too many people. Just can't. And it's just not set up. So anyway, schools are overcrowded. I mean, I could see if we had like oceans and things like that here, but we really don't. It's not. I don't know. I'm just amazed how many people have moved here. It's kind of a head scratcher. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got beautiful areas, don't get me wrong. Just the area, particular area we live in is, I mean, it's not ugly. It's just, it's nothing spectacular. When we go out in the mountains, it's nice, but okay. And I don't think I'm going to worry about that, because I'll probably thumb hole punch it, which I might as well just go do that right now. I'm going to end up losing part of that rose anyway, even after all that. And it doesn't wanna because it's wet. Just do it. I know, I need to get a new one. And I keep telling myself I need to get a new one, and then I just forget until I try to use it again. Just silliness. So ridiculous. I'm just so aggravated because I just got that. Not like, I don't know, 6 months ago. Just want it to work. I probably could have left the back and not punched the hole all the way through, but it doesn't really matter. Get this edge because I didn't get it all the way to the top there. So anyways, now that you know the whole skinny on our area, it's just been kind of wild. Kind of want that rose, I think. And then I won't have any of those roses left. I wonder about this yellow one. I do like yellow and pink. It's just, it'd be fun to have a rose. I don't know, let me see what this one looks like on there. If I didn't use it already, I may have. I think that's my favorite one out of these washi stickers. Now I've got the white rose. Forgot that one's in there. Doesn't quite fit either. But I could cut off the white parts. Oh, there is more than one, so that might work. Yeah, it hangs off all over the place too. I actually almost think the yellow one's best. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the yellow one after all that. Isn't that always the way? Definitely using lots of roses. Nancy said she wanted lots of roses and lace, so I'm trying. Okay, we're just going to put that away later. The little cone flowers in there don't want to cooperate with me. And I think I'll just glue it and cut off anything that's hanging off. I put a little bit of I don't want to cover up all of that the rose right here and stuff, since I chopped that one off up there. I can use a little bit of this because you can see through it. Just some lace I got off of a little girl dress that I found at the thrift store. So, put that there. Where did I put my glitter glue? Just to grab it there. Probably have to put some art glitter glue on this rose too, since I decided to put the lace down. It's got a piece of fuzz on it. I guess if it goes over that a little, it's not the end of the world. Grabbing it because it's got glue on the back here. Okay, that looks pretty. And we need to glue the bottom shut, so I'm just going to run a bead right along here so it'll stay closed. Gotta get glue on everything. Use this little dream. That's from Tracy Fox. Had those for a while. I think it's part of her faux ephemera, if she's still got that digi, which I would imagine that she does. It's a good one. So these are very similar to, you know, things like Dee Dee Farrago's been doing on her channel, and loads of people do these, the window openings. Just doing a little bit of a simpler type pocket there. I might put some lace on the bottom though, that might be kind of fun. It just seems like it needs something right there. Yeah, like that. Just to get the idea of where to cut here. Long enough. And I end up covering that rose anyway, but oh well. That's the way it goes when you're making stuff. Try to figure out which side. I think it goes this way. Okay, so that'll be pretty. Pretty. And then I did just a little journaling type card. This is my great grandmother Ada, and this is from the digital that I have called Ada. And So I thought she could slide, and I didn't make it very big because I wanted it to be able to sit right in there so that you could see her through it. But I may end up adding it to something else. Let's play and see what we can figure out here. We need yeah, that's two together. I think I might make a bigger one with like a pocket that this can slide in and out of. Because I just got that off of the ARTEZA paper in my Digi. And then I also had this postcard that's ARTEZA, and that's her husband Tommy, and I'm not sure who that gentleman is or the little girl. I never got the memo on those. I just know that I know the other two, that's all. So anyways, it's so funny how that stuff, you know, you lose the information after time passes. That's my dad's side of the family. But they're in San Francisco because there's the Cliff House right there. This is like a drop. You can tell it's like a drop, and they're sitting on a faux wall kind of a thing, but the backdrop is the Cliff House in San Francisco. So they must have gone on a little vacation there. We've been there, right on the beach right down there. But the Cliff House is far different now than it was, which is kind of sad because it was amazing. I'm not sure what year it burnt, if any of you know. Leave it in the description box, but we have the Sutro baths, a huge big picture of it in our bathroom, in our master bathroom, because I just love that. It's so cool. Since I grew up in Virginia City, the whole Sutro tunnel and all that is part of my history. Or the history of the area I grew up in, I guess I should say. It's not my history, but. Just a little something on here, and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make a pocket out of. It doesn't have to be a very big pocket, it just has to be able to hold that picture. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then got this at the top. Let's see. This is my Peeling Paint and Roses Digi. Right about there. Put this up sort of in the middle. This one down here. I'm going to be really sad if they end up canceling band entirely because they don't have any place to practice. That will be not good. Because they're not even using the football field this year. They're not allowing the football team to practice and play because of COVID, and so it's like, why can't the band kids use the field? I just don't get it. But I guess the band doesn't make enough money, so that could be it. And I know that'll cover that, but then when you have it out, you'll be able to see it. And I think I might just go with that and just put this on a piece of book page and to strengthen it a little bit. That was like very, I don't know, last minute or something. Like I didn't have a plan, which I didn't on that. but I think that'll work. Very nice. And I don't care if that's the exact same size. I just want to strengthen that because it's just a piece of paper. These. I mean, I would understand if they were marching because I guess, you know, walking all over it could tear it up, but they're not. They're really just playing for the fun of it because they all love it so much. I guess they're talking about having them like play on some of the campus quads, you know, at certain times of the day or something like that, so that the, you know, for school spirit and stuff, which I think is great. Especially because they're not going to have the football, they need something to, you know, get them all excited and involved. I got sticky stuff. Too much. I'll use that again, but for now it needs to dry. So yeah, such is life. I mean, at least they get to play, because like I said, the football team does not, so that's a bummer for those kids for sure. Especially when they work so hard all through high school to get, you know, so they can play on a college team, and then to not be able to, that's a bummer. But everybody's in the same boat one way or another, I guess. So that can go there. So this is a little bit random, but it's kind of the way I do things anyway when I'm crafting on my own. I just, you know, make whatever comes to me and all that. Whatever I need, am needing, a pocket or a tag. I'll probably stitch around this too. And put a little tab or something at the top to grab onto, so when you're pulling it in and out, it's not hard to get it out of there. And I need to back it too, because it's a journaling spot now. I can probably put both of these in there. Oh, I gotta wait till it dries, so just pop it right back off. Okay, I need something to back it with that's not coffee dyed. I could use a piece of this. This is from my Spill and Tea. It looks coffee dyed, but it's just printed. There's a page number because I put a piece of old book page down and tea stained it. I don't know if you could use tea stain. I would imagine you could, shipping internationally, that kind of thing, but I don't know if I would try it. That was horrible, that whole thing. So I just try to stay away from it when I'm doing journals for people that, you know, customers that have customs. Where it has to go through customs, because I guess we all kind of have that, but Okay, that works well. Oh, jeez, stop scooting across the thing. So I'll go in here now. I'll just lift it up again. And then I think I can put this one in too, but I'm gonna wait till it dry, or I stitch it. I'm afraid it's just gonna pop it right back off again. I was thinking I could put one of these little roses on here maybe. I thought I had one that fit on there better. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one fits better. Just to gussy it up a little bit. Then it's going to be good to put something here. This is one of Joff's Medieval Mirage, the stamps from the Bouquet of Beautiful Eras, or what you call it? I can't remember these. Of Elegant Eras. Okay, of Elegant Eras, that's what it is. Sorry. Yeah, that would look good on there. I know, I just keep adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Wrinkle it a little bit. Music paper. Squish that a little. Not her face though. Okay. And then here's my little stampy doo-wahs here. I really need to get a bigger one of these too. Those like postal lines, you know. I'd like a bigger one of those. And I'm going to stamp it off onto my glue book over here, just because I don't want it really dark. I just want it slightly like that. So it's not fully stamped, just partially. It's nice and flat, but it just gives you a little added interest there. So we'll put our flowers on here. Okay, we've got this one. That one I might just let go. I stamped it up here with the postcard one from this same set. And this is Crafty Individual. So you can check and see if you can find that. craftyindividuals.co.uk. So it's a UK company. I got it on Amazon, so I don't know if you can still get it or not. And I think I'll let it stay the way it is, because that's about what that postcard looked like originally. Because I just scanned the original. Actually, I might tuck that one behind, even though it's behind and you can't see them. And I'll stitch around that. That'll just go down in here. And then you can see Ada peeking through the little window there. So I'll stitch around this and then I'll come back and show you, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll be right back. Okay, so I stitched around the pocket. I did a zigzag except on the pocket itself, because I was worried it would get like too tight to fit both of these, and I really kind of want both of them in there. And then I also stitched along the lace down here at the bottom so that it won't, you know, pop open, or not that I think it would anyway, because that art glitter glue is seriously tough stuff. And then I added a little fabric tab, and that'll go right into the journal just like that. So Nancy, I put that picture of my great grandmother Ada in there. She was saying she wouldn't mind having that, and so it's like, well, I can put it in there. So there it is. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and thank you so much for all your support. You guys are amazing, amazing. I gotta do a giveaway here shortly. I just have a couple of journals I need to do. Actually, I have 3. And then maybe I can get something put together to do a giveaway. So we will chat again soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye now.